Yes, again. Let's link up. I wanna see your face, yeah. I love feature. If I wanna see your face, yeah. It's not too long since I wanna see your face, yeah. The feeling strong. I wanna see your face, see ya, see ya. If I wanna see your face, yeah. See ya, see ya. You will face to in the money,
welcome, guys. Welcome. Join the chat. Give me a thumbs up. It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, I miss you. My baby, my baby, my baby is the only thing you need. No, sweet, tangerine, tangerine, tangerine. You know something, just be my baby, I love you.
Let's link up. I wanna see your face, yeah.
I love picture.
If I wanna see your face, yeah.
It's not too long since I see your face.
Welcome, guys. Come in.
I wanna see you. It's like telling a blind day. Wanna kiss you early in the morning. Go, yeah.
Who do we have in the house? Come in. Let me know your presence. Let me feel your presence. Let me know who is in the house. Come in. Hey! In fact, welcome Nemuzo. I'm giving out a special dance to Nemuzo now for being the first person on the stream. Nemuzo, let me go and give you special dance. Welcome, Wanyoma. Welcome, Wanyoma. Let me give this to you. Dedicating this to my sweet member, Nemuzo, a great supporter and an amazing woman. Woo! Annie Best. I want a job if I don't see on her face now. Annie inside. Decency B. If I don't see on her face, I want job.
In the morning, in the night, anytime when you call me, you know, say
I miss you.
Yeah,
I miss you.
Yeah. And anytime when I'm calling, make you pick up the phone, but you know that I miss you.
Just know that I miss you guys. That's why I come here every night. I miss you. I want to see your beautiful faces.
Tangerine, you know something, just be my baby,
Welcome. You may dance, I bet dance. We are warming up. Share out the stream. Let's have more people here, okay? For the time being, dance. Decency B. Don't walk away from your man. Oh, are you dancing? Don't laugh, I don't know how to dance.
You know it's only you that I want. Yeah. It's like turn up that day. Wanna get you early in the morning. Go, shawty.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. Are you serious? Please invite her to come to the stream. Invite her. I don't know how to dance. Who can dance? You come up to the stream and teach me how to dance. Okay?
It's like telling a blind day. Wanna kiss you early in the morning. Go, shawty. You know it's only you that I want to, yeah. It's like telling a blind day. Wanna kiss you early in the morning.
I love you guys so much. Olori Goldie. Welcome, Olori Goldie. I see you, Queen. Welcome. Woo. Welcome. I see every one of you. We are warming up. Woo. We are warming up. Because tonight is gonna be a good night.
And your future, if I see ya, it's not too long. Since I see your face, I'm really strong.
If I see your face,
if I see your face,
I wanna see you.
In the morning, in the night, anytime when you call me, you know, say
I miss you.
yeah,
I miss you.
yeah. And anytime when I'm calling, make you pick up the phone, but you know,
I miss you.
yes,
I miss you.
My baby, please don't leave me. No, you too sweet.
Welcome, baby.
You know, come be, my baby, I love you.
Let's link up. I wanna see your face. Gina Zara. Welcome, Gina. Woo. I wanna see your face. Woo.
I wanna see ya. It's like telling a blondie.
Good to see every one of you. Woo. Amazing people in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Woo.
I
wanna see your face. Welcome, welcome. I see every one of you.
I wanna see ya.
See ya. Please accept the carry this one. Welcome, welcome. Please share out and welcome, guys. Good to see every one of you amazing people here. Welcome, share out the stream. Let's have beautiful people in the house. More. You see the remaining leg of this table? We want to break the remaining legs of this table. This table we are sitting on tonight, we want to shatter the legs. We want to scatter the legs. Nobody is going to sit on this table. Nobody is sitting on this table. We will break the table. Okay, she just subscribed. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome, guys. 1 minute. Let me just quickly. Okay. Yeah, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see, who do we have here? Amazing queens and kings. Woo! This is the Kamwanya Kazo. Welcome. I appreciate every one of you. Okay. Thank you for coming. Welcome everyone. Yeah, 1 minute. We're about to start now. About to start now. Yeah, welcome amazing people. Great evening to you all. Yeah, Mrs. Brown Chronicles is here. Now, let me welcome every one of you first before we begin, okay? Nemuzo, Wanyoma, Oyo name. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Decency Bead, Annie's Insight. Decency Bead, Annie's Insight. Who else? Oh, Lori Goldie, the golden woman. Hey, wait, what am I seeing here? Wait, wait, guys, Chere Golden Ubiko. 911, oh my God. Hey, Hey, Chimo, did you guys see this super chat? This one can give blood. Hey! Onye di ife nke anụnwa Stella. Oh, Chimo, nwanyị finish elam na abane anụnwa. The kind of benching I will collect this night on top this super chat is till daybreak. You see this super chat? I will use it very well. In fact, this super chat is going to be heavy. Woo! Chine, onye mere m ife anụnwa. Nne m ụzọ. Stella. Hey, thank you very much for this amazing super chat. Like, thank you. God bless you. Wherever this money came out from. Hey, Almighty God will replenish it. Hey, your pocket will not run dry. Your account will not go red. Or not green. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. Hey, let me welcome people. Oh, thank you. Hey, Mrs. Brown, welcome. Thank you, everyone on the chat. God bless you for coming around and keeping me company on Love Night with Spice, which I call Noite de Amor with Spice, because Noite de Amor with Spice is Love Night with Spice. And I have made a promise to all come here from the beginning of this month, every blessed day, to bring you interesting topics that are controversial, things that we are finding difficult to discuss in our relationships, in our marriages. These topics that we are so ashamed of talking, or too shy, too timid to discuss. This is where we discuss it. And the beautiful thing is that the children are all asleep. Let me ask before we start. Is there any baby sleeping in the house? I mean, on the chat. Is anybody's child awake? Biko, just carry that child to the children's room. Or you give the child something to distract, because we're about to discuss something very, very interesting and very delicate. So no child is allowed to come here. All children should be asleep by now, or watching something with daddy somewhere. In the bedroom or anywhere in their room. Please let everyone get the children to sleep. Welcome. And as you're here, please, you can connect with one another. I have amazing people here. My members are here. Please connect with anyone you don't have here, because I know some of us are content creators while others are not. But for those of us who are content creators, you're free to connect with one another. You're free to, to support. You're free to go to them and see what they are doing. Mrs. Brown, no child here. Hey, let us start. Somebody give me axe. I need to scatter this remaining table. Somebody give me axe. Hey, Chimo Zama. Hey. Welcome, ma. Welcome. Thank you. Say yes, so I'm here. My mommy said I should be here. Okay, they have slept already. She was on my mommy said you should come and see me. Hey, this woman want to actually chip them up and easy. I'm a small girl, a virgin at that. Please, I'm only coming to learn from you all. No problem. Hey, welcome, ma. Thank you so much. So tonight we'll be discussing sex before marriage. I don't know if YouTube has issues with sex, but maybe we should code the word and see tonight. We should code it to benching. Is there anyone in the chat who doesn't know what benching is? Please raise up your hand. If you know you don't know what benching is, or doing the do, maybe we are going to use doing the do, benching, any coded word, so that Whitey will not come and say the people here are all spoiled. Let us strike the channel, okay? So for the sake of Whitey, we're going to be using benching, or doing the do, or chopping. Because I should scatter the table. I don't block my. There any insight? Can you remove that earpiece from your ear? Because you know one block your ear. Spoiled woman like you. Virgins like us are talking. You too, you want to talk. Anyways, without wasting much time, because I don't know how long we're going to stay, but as the Spirit leads, we will go on. If the Spirit says we should sleep here, I will not allow you people to sleep here, because you all have assignments in the other room. You all have assignments. I don't like keeping women from their men. So for the sake of the other room, I will make sure we discuss this thing fast. And please, once I drop the link, I introduce the topic, I drop the link. I want matured minds to come on the stream. Because no, I can't be begging you to come on the stream now. I want matured minds to come and give us their sincere and matured opinion. Because I'm a mama, we are all learning. If I say I know it all, I'm lying to you. And I know I have wonderful queens in the house here who can equally give their contribution, because this is not just for us here. There are a lot of people who are equally going to watch this stream after now. So we want people to really have a free mind, watch this thing, and there's hear from different people, hear other people's opinion concerning this topic. Benching before marriage, which is premarital sex. Now, we know a lot of born agains, even those who are not born again, but as long as you go to church, and I don't know about the Muslims, I don't know the Muslim religious law, but I believe they equally support holding on before marriage, before doing the do. But in the days of our fathers, it was very, very important for women to keep themselves. It was, in fact, highly looked up to by a lot for a woman to keep herself before marriage. And a lot of men takes it as a pride upon themselves to, you know, marry virgins. Women that have not spoiled like you and I here. Now what I am doing. So they keep, it's like a thing of joy for a lot of men back then. Now, the question is, how many of these men actually keep themselves before marriage so that when they are getting married, a virgin, the virgin will equally know that the man is a tear robber. How do we know a man that is a tear robber? How do we know a man that has not eaten the forbidden fruit? How do we know men that have not done it, that have equally kept themselves for their wives? And the question tonight is it really a sin and something today a lot of women can keep? With what we are saying today, this is 2023. This is not 1980. Neither is it 1970. When people take pride in marrying virgins, when it is a thing of pride to bring out the white cloth that you slept with on your wedding night to show to the whole world that, yes, I married a new chassis, I married an undefiled woman. Is it still applicable today? And can we still truly find women who have kept themselves till marriage? And why? Now, we're not here to condemn. We're not here to judge. We are not here to judge anyone who is not. I raise my hand. I know B. Okay? So I will not come here and lie to anyone that I married as a virgin. Okay? So things happen. There are different reasons why some didn't bring the trophy to their husband's house. Because to men, it is a trophy. I wonder the trophy they are equally bringing to us. To them, is a trophy. So I wonder the kind of trophy we are equally getting from them. So back to the topic. What are really the disadvantages or the advantages of benching before marriage? Tonight, we're going to look at the importance. Why should a woman keep herself? Why is it really necessary? What's the big deal about this? On ergometer, no matter how much you drive it, it doesn't, on ergometer, it doesn't read. On ergometer, it's not reading. So what is really the advantage? Why do we need to keep it? And for those who don't keep it, what are the disadvantages? This is what we're going to be analyzing tonight. The disadvantages and the advantages of keeping this leather without tearing it. The leather. So what are really? So to start with first, I have a few things I actually dropped down here. So I'll be looking at a little paper here so that I don't jump points, because this is very, very important to me. Like everything like a coin, everything has its own advantage and disadvantage. It has its own good side and bad side. So personally, let me quickly list out the disadvantages before I go to the advantages, because the advantages is what will scatter this table completely. This table we are sitting on today, the advantages is what will scatter it. I am not a born-again Christian, so nobody should come and crucify me. For those who have serious points against it, you are free to come up on the street and teach us, because we don't know. People need to know. For those who are for it and those who are against it, please jump on the link and then let us discuss. Why should a woman of today, a woman of 25, 30, still keep herself intact for a man who has been firing, a man who can take 3 women to bed the same night? Why should a woman of this modern age? What are those advantages? So as I'm dropping the link, like I said, please feel free to jump on it, because I want to have one person here up on the stream. Let us discuss. Now, like I said, I'm going straight into the disadvantages first while I wait for my guests to come up. First of all, the fear of pregnancy is why so many people have decided, not because they are afraid, not because they feel it's a sin, not because they feel guilty, not because their doctrine is against it, not because not because they are afraid of what God will do to them, or what the Bible said concerning this without entering your husband's house. So the fear of pregnancy is number one disadvantage, because as you are firing, some people fire without rubber, others fire with rubber. Those who don't fire with protection, pregnancy is number one disadvantage, because once it gets in, what happens? You start thinking of how to remove it. You either, if the man doesn't do the needful, if he loves you so much, he will, but if he's not really ready for that, he may not do the needful. So what becomes of that pregnancy? You start looking for how to get rid of it, isn't it? Secondly, is guilt. Guilt. A lot of people after this, after doing it, they feel so guilty. They feel so ashamed. They feel so dirty. Like, I shouldn't have done this. This is not my husband. I'm a religious person, which is where a lot of us stand before marriage, which is where a lot are still standing today. That guilt of defilement, that guilt of feeling dirty, of defiling your body. When you now go to church or mosque and then you listen to the preaching, and then when the man of God hits that point, you feel somehow very dirty, isn't it? That is not the number two. Then STDs, sexual transmitted diseases. This is one of the disadvantages of going for this premarital benching. One of a great disadvantage. In fact, it is the worst of it all, because the moment you start having something with someone, you don't know if that person has another mate. You don't know if that boyfriend is keeping another girlfriend. You can only trust him because he told you that. But what about those who are doing it with multiple partners, and then at the end of the day, they bring home gift package, smelling packages in the form of STDs? They bring home, package for the woman, for the lady, or the lady herself brings package for the guy, because the cheating is not just one-sided. It is not just for men alone, women equally. How about some women who keep multiple partners? Who can you truly trust? You can only trust yourself completely, isn't it? You can trust yourself, you can vouch for yourself. But how about your partner? Can you vouch for your partner? Can you vouch that your partner is maintaining just you and you alone without protection? Robert Tiwakwano, what if the protection decides to burst on his own? Maybe due to too much heat. What if it gets busted? Problem. You start treating infections. You begin to treat infection. And some of these infections, you may not notice it early enough. Sometimes we don't notice this until it has really eaten deep into the system, until it has messed the system up. Then, so all for what? Because, the body, as a body, no be firewood, isn't it? Then another reason why some people, why I feel, or some people feel it's it has a lot of disadvantage. Apart from the guilt, less interest. Now, when you've had it with someone, truth is this, when you've given your body, you've given yourself to a man, for instance, there's this see finish that comes. The fear of breakup, because you feel you have given in, you don't want, even when the person is misbehaving, even when the person is messing up, you know the person is not really what you wanted, but because you have given in, you decide to stick in that relationship because you feel you have given in. And a lot of men use it to shame women. I have had her. So if you want to go, you go. No. He's not married to you, so he can equally just disappear. So the fear of breakup is another thing. Then loss of interest. Some men, the moment they have tasted that forbidden fruit, they lose interest. No matter what you do, they have had it. They have had it. There is no two ways about it. They begin to lose interest. Even a woman, if she has tested it with a man and the man didn't really give her what she wanted, she will begin to lose interest. I thought there is something here, whereas there is nothing there. You know, the interest will die down. The interest will just disappear. Like, it's not really what I wanted. So these are some of the disadvantages. Then this see finish. The moment a man sees the panties, that's why he has seen it. He begins to look down on the woman. That person, that place, he placed the lady highly. The moment he goes to bed with her, see finish, will just set in. He will no longer have regard or respect because he feels he has eaten it. So what more can she offer? Getting for zone, nothing. So these are some of the disadvantages. Now, like I said, I am not here to judge because myself, I am not. So I am married now. Many of us here are married, some are single. But it all depends on what we want. If you weigh it, you look at it critically, you are not going to be the one to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is this something I should do? Is this something I should try? Is this something I should embark on? Is it really worth it? Is this something I'll be proud of? Now, let us look at the advantages. Hey! Like I said, I'm dropping the link. I have just dropped link. Jump on the link, okay? How many people do we have in the house here watching? Sorry, guys. Yeah, now let us look at the advantages. In as much as we know that this thing has disadvantages, I mean, huge disadvantages, a lot. What about the advantages of trying it out? The first thing is compatibility. Compatibility. Now, I want anybody who is religious and has vast religious knowledge concerning this, please, you can come on the stream, even if you don't want to show your face. Who do we have here? Let me welcome more people. Looks like I have a lot of people here. But before I go on with the advantages, let me see those in the house, please. Sorry. Let me see those we have in the house. That Ujulin space. Ujulin, thank you so much for coming. Pepim. Looks like I saw Peppy here. Glorious reality. Sorry, guys, that I've been talking. I didn't really look at my phone. Thank you. Welcome, Lady Posh. The Posh lady, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Julene Wanyoma. Dalorine, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you. Esther's Chronicles. Esther's Chronicles. Esther's Chronicles. The Honorable herself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Honorable. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. Decency Bid is in the house.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Sorry, hold on 1 minute. Decency Bid. Peppy, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, Wanyoma. Peppy. Welcome. Esther's Chronicles with Julene. I see you. thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to thumbs up as you're coming in. Dash Shannon thumbs up. What do I need to do for you to dash me thumbs up? Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate every one of you. Now, this certificate is here and is inside. So let's hear you out. So let's hear you.
So just as you said many people they abstain from from knacking. Let me use knacking. They abstain from knacking before marriage. Yes.
Yeah.
Because of maybe their religious background. Like we Christians, they will tell us bed undefiled before marriage. So some people they obey that commandment. You understand? I see it as a commandment. They obey that commandment. Then, as you said, though, some people they don't do it because of they are running away from a infection or STD and other things. Some people are not doing it because they don't want to have unwanted pregnancy and all that. And some are doing it because they don't want to look cheap before the man. Because some of these men, once they have knacking with you, they will see you as a cheap person. You understand? That you don't have anything left. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but when it comes to reason, some people like to try it before the marriage. Now that one sweet pass. Because some people will tell you they will not get married if they don't test the distance, at least you know the thing that she's going in for. You understand? One, some people they want to know if the man bola, if he's the size. So that's it. Some people they do it because they want to establish sexual identity to know if that thing not the kwakato, if it's okay. Some people are just doing it to develop sexual experience. Well, some people are doing it to assess sexual capability. Sorry to say, ụfọdụ na-eme ya to know if the man is a 1 minute man or 2 minutes man. Nah, like the man, if the man can go like 30 minutes, 1 hour, you understand? So that's just it. They want to assess the sexual capability of the man to know if the man will satisfy them on bed. Some just want to do it to identify sexual problems. If the man have any problem, you understand?
Yes.
You see some ladies, they will intentionally after sex, they want to know if the man can impregnate them. Maybe the man have asked them out. They will intentionally have sex with the guy, maybe on their ovulation period, to know if the man can impregnate them, to know if the man is fertile.
But likewise the men. Well, sorry, hold on. Doris Clem, thank you so much for coming. Welcome. Do you know that just as women are equally trying to know if they can get pregnant, the men are equally trying to see if she will get pregnant?
Exactly.
They're equally testing to see if she will get pregnant because they believe a lot of women have done a lot of dirty things. So they need to equally test. So when you're going to test is where the man is testing the woman is testing the man, and I got to cut it okay.
Exactly. So some cry they do the knacking before marriage to have a better communication of feeling. You understand? When you do it before the marriage, you people will know, okay, where will I touch you and I will turn you on, what will I do, and you know that kind of a thing, and you will reach the heaven. So that's just it.
Okay. Yes, like you said. Okay, go on.
No, you can go on. You can say something.
You know, like you said, you see that this experience, and let me start with experience. Experience is number one, is very, very important. Now, a lot of marriages have broken down today because of lack of experience.
Exactly.
Experience. Because they didn't try it before. So as soon as they get in, because they're inexperienced, and maybe one party has been so experienced.
Yes.
You know, see Aquaria, or not see gonna Aquaria be making. How is she gonna toss? You want to twist her waist. She doesn't know how to. And then the man Achawa Abawanezi, or if it's the woman that has kept herself, and then the man is a novice. Now you be like, who is this man? How did I end up with this man?
What I ordered for versus what I got.
Versus what I get. Hey, Mother Amor, thank you so much for coming. Welcome, the Mother Amor. Thank you so much. So experience is number one. Then another thing is compatibility. If you are not compatible, forget it. You see, I keep saying it. This is number one glue. Minister Emeka Ugo, welcome, Minister. Oh, yo, hold on, decency. Let me welcome amazing people. Oh, your name, your name, welcome. Minister Emeka, yes, we have a man here, a minister for that. Maybe he will come up in the chat to give us his own side on this topic. Minister Emeka, thank you so much for joining the stream. Oyoyo, thank you so much. A mother Amor, Doris Glenn, thank you all. So you see, this compatibility, if two are not compatible, what do I mean by that? Like, if one person's libido, we discussed this thing a couple of days ago. If one person's libido is fire, and the other one is ice water, snail, there is fire on the mountain. There is bound to be problem. If the woman is the one that is high, the man will think she's a nymphomaniac. Oh yeah,
exactly.
They will think this one, is it food? Whenever she requests for it, he will ask, is it food? Don't you get tired, woman? Exactly. But that is because this is her drive. So if they are not compatible, or if it's the man that is very, very high, and the woman, because she's not experienced, because she has kept herself like her doctrine or her religion instructed, if she has kept herself that way, and the man is the one that is hot, if they are not compatible, they will be having problem. They will be having problem. Secondly, it's also good to know health issues. If you don't do it, how do you know? Sarah Geraldine, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Oku Dili, thank you so much. Watching a mirror, Oku Dili, welcome. Sarah Geraldine, thank you so much for coming. I have somebody in here. Now, if you don't know, and you go in without knowing if the man can fire. Some men are 1 minute men, but they can never know until they have had it. So how would the man know that he can't last beyond 1 minute? So if he doesn't do it, he will not find out that he has issues. And then when he gets married,
but sis, I think some of these things can be checked medically. Like, let me say, if it's a man that cannot
when you know you have a problem that you can check medically in Nigeria, for instance, how would you know that you have a problem?
No, especially Catholic Church, they will ask people to go for medical checkup before they wed you. Now in Nigeria, for Catholic Church, I don't know for other churches. So they will ask the two of you to go for medical checkup. People will check both HIV and other STD and all that. So I think if you're a woman and you are smart, you can use the opportunity to check your husband, everything, both the semen, if it's okay and everything. So that is just it.
Okay, thank you so much. We have somebody here. Yes, that's what I'm about saying now. Yes, please, let's hear you, Mother Amor.
Greetings, host and my co-host. Yes, that thing
I know you will come here.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining the stream.
I know you will come here. You're following me everywhere.
I didn't even know it's you. I didn't even know it's you until the name came up. I didn't know it was you. Greetings there. Greetings.
Greetings. Welcome.
What I want to quickly say, you've even said it. The truth is that I am a believer, and I will always bring in my faith when it comes to issues like this or every other issue. Apart from that, like
Yes, you're
decency
great.
said, can check you can check this thing medically. That's the medicine has gotten to the level whereby you can check if that thing is working. Even
Mm.
the if the sperm is even good to bring a baby forth, medicine has gotten to that level to know. You understand me? It
But
might not be able
sorry,
to
I'm not cutting you
tell.
short. Sorry, Mother Ramo.
Yeah.
Do churches do to that extent? Because I know not all. I don't know if they even do it because I've never seen them recommend.
No.
All they do is to check your genotype, your blood group, HIV, and maybe infection. They don't really check into details if it's working.
Okay, now the church that you okay, maybe churches send. My church did not actually send me to a particular hospital, but they confirmed my
Okay.
whatever I brought in. Now, if a church doesn't send you to do that, they send you to that. Now, if you can want to know the bed matters for those that do not
Mm.
obey God's instruction or biblical instruction, you can also tell
Yeah.
him to do this checkup. I think is what people should be doing now. You understand me? You should can also tell him outside the blood test, outside this, he should go and run check up for his sperm to know if his manhood is working properly. There are checks for it. It is what people are doing now. It is what people are advising. I have one to get married. My auntie actually called my mom to tell her to tell me that because she's a nurse, so she has seen a lot of things in the hospital. You understand me? Just like it's not just genotype they check these days, oh, it's not just blood group, oh, check the efficiency of that. It's night, I beg, of between his legs. So the spermatozoa count, is he healthy? Is he good enough?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a man too that is interested in you will not shy back when you talk about doing those testing. So that thing can also give you a signal. For me, you don't even have to be laid on the bed to know. Someone who you say, ah, let's go and check
Yeah.
these things. Someone who has a hidden thing in the cupboard will draw back. And if there's nothing hidden, maybe in that process, he might even come to know that, oh, he has a problem if he doesn't know. But I think every man that, apart from maybe not being able to last on bed, I don't know, lasting or I'm not lasting. If you have issues with erection, you should know as a man. Because normally a man wakes up in the morning and is hard, even from 14 years old. So if there's already a problem with erection, you know that there's a problem with you generally. So if you not decide that you will hide that from the woman, and I don't think anybody would say I was deceived. Carry the man that wants to marry
Yeah.
you. If you don't want to be laid down, I don't support being laid down. Go to the hospital and check. Go to the hospital and check
Okay.
it. So if it they stand up, you understand me? I won't
Mm.
say that one is important. There are ways to check it to the hospital. You understand? So now all of these know the performers, and I would say marriage is it's supposed it is not supposed. It's supposed to be a relationship where two people who are in love, who wants to make that union, were interested in each other. Now, if an inexperienced person picks up an experienced person, vice versa. Now, if there is true
Mm.
affection, if there is true love for this person outside just being just sex, because this sex thing you are saying thing can happen. God forbid the man has an accident and he becomes paralyzed. That person that has sex or
Mm.
sex, or will you abandon the man? That you that has that your libido is high, will you leave that man because of that? You understand me?
Mm.
Or
No.
even the woman, what if she has children and then something happens? Why cesarean or something happen? And then will you leave the woman because your libido is high? No. You understand me? So everything will
Mm.
fall into a balance. You see, there are many things to balance in marriage. Sex is just one of it. There are many things that we tend to balance.
Yeah.
There are many things I don't accept. So because I'm in marriage, I begin to compromise. My husband compromise. It balance. So why can't we do it in sex? If I have high libido and the man does not, we find a balance at the middle. We find a balance
Yeah.
at the middle. If he has a high libido, I don't have. We find a balance in the middle. And actually, sex is not about the man's what is between the legs coming into between your legs. There are other ways to to find satisfaction. If that person really loves you, he will listen to you and he will he will learn. He or she will learn. That is just where I will put it at. Two of you will learn, and you'll find out that you begin to enjoy yourself. So an immature or premature, I'll be calling it in the comment section, amateur can marry an experienced person. An experienced man can
Yeah.
also marry an amateur. If you people are genuine about each other, you will still have a perfect sex life. Even that amateur you're calling
Okay.
amateur will come mature past you will be mature. Because that person is
With a proper coach.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. Sorry, Oyoyo's word. 1 minute, let me welcome those here so that we don't leave them behind. AE29, thank you so much for coming, gorgeous. I really appreciate you, AE29. Juba Bruce, thank you so much. Sarah Gerardine. And who else do we have here? I think I saw a name here. Yes, sorry, 1 minute. Miss B and Farm, thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for your patience and your contributions. I'm reading the chats, okay, guys? Thank you so much. Okay, Yoyo's word, thank you so much. Let's hear you, ma.
Thank you so much, host and co-host. Thank you, guys, and everybody in the chat. Hello. There is something I want to point out here. We should be able to differentiate impotency and an impotent man. Okay, for the fact that the man cannot impregnate a woman does not mean he cannot have erection and fire on. Okay, there is difference between someone who is not capable of getting a woman pregnant than someone who cannot last in bed. They are totally different things. So we shouldn't confuse it here. For the fact the person cannot fire on does not mean, you understand? So for the person can still fire on and still not get a woman pregnant. So they are not the same thing. There is an impotent man who cannot get a woman pregnant. There is a man with a weak erection or whatever it is that cannot last in situation like that. Having said that, marriage is not all about, it's not only sex that keep the marriage. We can't overstress that. That's the fact. And also, a lady recently came out, I think I pointed it out yesterday, Cora, that she has given dog style, elephant style, moon style, and still the marriage.
Snake and monkey shadow.
So she said all of those to tell you that even after all the firing on, it will still not keep somebody who is not willing, to be in that commitment. Marriage is a commitment. Whether we look at it in another angle, is a commitment. But I believe the topic of today is it a sin to get into whatever?
Yes. And in today's world, is this still really necessary? With all that we see and all that is going on, is this still really something people should hold on to like in those days? What's the relevance of it today?
In those days, I could remember I used to be a choir in the church, and then when I went to college and I had a boyfriend, I had to stop going to church because, my conscience would not let me sit in the choir and sing in the morning and then maybe in the afternoon. So Christianity, why am I bringing it here? Christianity is a personal race, okay? We can't control what everybody does. And then I was feeling that guilt for a long time. It got to a point I said, okay, you know what, Bobo, I think I'm done. Kind of. 1 second. So what the person did was to follow me to church. When he followed me to church and he now saw a different person on me, he said, okay, you know what? However you want us to go about it, I'm ready to follow you. Do you understand? So however we look at it, whether before or after, I'm not here to judge anybody. You know what works for you, and the other person knows what works for you. And then again, because our country or continent, we are so religious that we don't even know Christ in the real sense of having a relationship with God. We are so keen in doctrines and what the rules of the church is talking about rather than what the Bible or what that relationship with God is talking about. You understand? So we forget that part. We focus on one part. I remember those days, a woman cannot go to church without covering her hair. It was a big thing, a big deal.
It took the likes of Ida Hosa to come to preach, and the wife will come on stage wearing a small hat on her head. We shouldn't forget
Yeah.
where we are coming from. So things are changing. And then again, when I now came back to finish school, back to Lagos, I now realized that even in my street in Lagos, they had Redeemed Christian Church, and their choristers all had boyfriends. I say, sure, why did I drive my own away? That was a young person talking. Do you understand? I say, so you can even, I say, but wait, what is their teaching all about? But that's not what Oyedepo is teaching. But they were doing whatever that pleased them. So people are different in understanding things. People are different in the way they say it. But to me, I will still prefer if you can hold body, okay? If you don't want to go through that route, if you know what is good for you, just be careful. That's just the way
Yeah.
I look.
Yeah. Okay, we have one minister here. Minister Emeka, thank you so much for joining the stream. Let's hear from a man of God here, a minister of the gospel. Let's hear from him.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Yeah, okay. What I have to say concerning this, number one, apart from religion,
Sorry, hold it. Sorry, Minister Emeka. Sorry, one moment. Thank you so much for coming. Mom Elsie's Kitchen. I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining the stream. Okay, go on, please, Minister. Sorry for the
all right. So,
interruption.
before we talk about religion, we need to understand that a lot of marriages have had crisis or are having crisis because of inability to satisfy each other's sexual desire.
Yeah.
We need to understand that it's a very serious matter. Some people are just in the marriage just because to have a name, I am married. Their husband or their wife can't actually perform in bed. Therefore, it is causing marriages to have serious cracks. The money is there, whatever they need is there, but that aspect of emotional satisfaction is missing. And I was talking to my wife the other day. I said I think the marriage counselors in church needs to add up um, questions concerning sex when counseling or preparing couples for marriage. It's very important because you don't know if the man you've been talking with all this while, yes, he's active, but he cannot satisfy you. Couples or intending couple don't have time to discuss that. They feel it's a sin. But your discussion during courtship should go down to how long do you get satisfied on bed, or what satisfies you? What what pattern of sex do you like? If you don't discuss this, there's one lady somewhere that will come and give it to your man when you get married, and and God will still be God. So it's very important that during courtship, this the both persons discuss it. I'm not saying you should go into the act, but discuss it. When you're in love,
Okay.
truth comes out. So let it be discussed. And during marriage counseling, let the church counselors and ask them if they have understood their sexual desires.
Sorry, Minister Emeka, I want to interrupt you a little bit.
Please go
You said
ahead.
they should discuss this, and you just went straight with what you were trying to, talk about, which is
Okay.
very,
Yeah.
very, very good for any sound mind to listen to. But the moment you bring that topic, the way you just said it, how long can you be satisfied in bed? The church will now assume that the girl is a prostitute already. You
Okay.
understand?
No,
They will
They
I
label
begin
understand.
to
the
judge.
people. They
They'll
will
believe she
label
has
them.
been
Hey,
flirting around.
you've been doing it to now come and start asking. They presume everybody going through marriage counsel, they are all virgins. You're supposed to be, right? They don't understand. People gave their life to God at different stages of life. Some when they were young, some in adulthood. And that person coming as an adult must have tested one or two before. You understand? Then you
Yes.
come and tell the person, quiet or no talk. So you bringing this discussion will set the whole of Nigerian Christian whatever in fire.
Uh, I understand you, but this is just religion. We have become so religious that we we see this eating up into marriages in church. I'm talking about in church now. So how long do we hide behind what will people say? It's high time. Yes, yes. You need to ask that question. Like when I was about to get married, I asked my wife, "Have you gone to his house? Do you know if he has a good bed? Do you know if he has pot that you can eat together?" We should also go ahead to ask, "Have you guys discussed about sex?"
Minister,
It
even
begins
that one,
from
they will
there.
send the brother and the sister to accompany the two of you to the house. They will ask the sister the day she wants to go and check your house. Then they will send the two sisters to follow along, so that the both of you will not try anything.
It's true, but we need to now we are looking about how to solve this problem because it's already an issue. How do we going forward? How do we solve it? Yes, how do we solve it? Is we need to put this as part of our discussion. Couple or intending couples, sit down, discuss, know within yourselves. I'm not saying you should go doing testing. Yeah, no, ask yourself some questions. There's a way to throw in the question, and you need to discuss with yourself. Now, lastly, apart from that, if you get married to a man that does not, and that is a 1 minute man or is a 2 minute man, you as the lady that is 10 minutes, we know how ladies respond to sex. They don't respond instantly. They take time to come up. Now, you as a lady that knows that this is the problem with your man, you should be able to sit down and help him out. Some ladies are not ready to go through the process of helping your man. He's a 1 minute man, or he cannot control it. He might not be sick. It might just be an emotional, whatever, inability to to go through the process. You as a lady should be ready to sit down with your man and look for um what's it called? Look for knowledgeable articles, read about it, sit down, discuss with him.
Or
If you know
fruits,
already,
or healthy foods, or
yes,
supplements that can
yes.
help him last longer.
Exactly, that can help him. But now most people are not patient enough. That's why we have divorce every day. You're not patient. Once you see that he's not
Exactly.
ready, yeah, he's a 2 minutes man. You look for a,
Fiam,
10 minutes man. And
Fiam.
so both couple on both sides, we need to learn patience. Marriage does not work
Oh.
overnight, and sex is a major stumbling block or a major stepping stone to solidify a marriage. Well, that's just a few things I need to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Minister
Before
Emeka, sorry.
you
I
pick
have a
up,
question for you,
sorry,
Minister.
one
Sorry,
minute, 1 minute.
sorry,
Let me
sorry.
welcome Mr. Rock. Sorry, 1 minute. Mr. Rock, I see you. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you joining the stream. Thank you so much. Please smash the like, guys. As you come in, smash the like, and jump on the link. If you have your contribution, please don't hold it to yourself. You are free to come up here and share it. Let's all, because nobody knows it all. As we are sharing and rubbing mind, it's going to help a lot out there. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, go on.
Mr. Emeka, good evening, sir. Please, I want to ask, as a minister, you said, like, can you give us some example that people should discuss as fiancé or fiance? I've been not been they call her fiancé and fiance. So, like, what kind of question now? Let's put it that, oh, I'm the guy you want to get married to. Now you pull the question to me. You throw it to me. The question to in that area. The kind of question I'm supposed to ask him. Is your manhood functioning? Is that how I'm going to ask him?
No. I'm coming.
Okay.
Hold on. Now, the first thing, when you are in love with somebody, let's say both of us, me and you now, we're in a relationship. Naturally, because of the connection between us, when I hold your hands, there should be reaction. There should be chemistry reaction in my system. Use your eyes to look. Sitting down with this guy
to check the cassava, or are you going to feel it with your hand? Are you sure it's not sin to hold it and feel it and check how hard it is? Are you sure?
If you hold it, something might
take
kick off.
it easy,
But when you sit together to discuss erotic discussions, check him. His manhood is supposed to come up a little. Inside his straws are there. Something should be standing. That's to say there's a connection. If for
And
let's say 6 months you guys dated and you
the
didn't
issue,
notice his manhood
yes,
standing, or when he hugged you,
sir,
nothing touched your bum bum or your lap, then there's a problem.
sir, the issue now is not the issue with some of us now on this chat. Many women now is not whether he's standing. It is the performance. The issue is not
Thank
even
you.
standing for many people now that want to test. For them, it's
Mm,
performance. Just like you said,
Exactly,
some are not even
exactly.
performance.
patient for it. If it's not just performing well, oh yeah, I cannot just do, I cannot. They want experts performance. And for me, it's a big issue. Like I keep saying, what if something happen along the line? You cannot stay. Do you understand?
Yes, that's the
That
aspect of patience.
it's something like, you understand me? God forbid something happen along the line. You can't. If you can stay, then help him. If you can stay, then
Yes,
help her.
exactly.
That's just
That's
it.
the point I feel.
Anything can happen to
Patience
many
must come
people.
in.
Are we just going to abandon our partner because they lose libido or they lose their manhood stop functioning or something happened? Many people, issues have happened to men and women that are married. They had something. I just want to leave the man because the thing no can they work again. Somebody from 10 minutes can become 3 minutes.
Exactly.
A
Yeah.
woman
Mm.
that used to give you cow leg and everything, something can just break her waist and it's only missionary that she
Which
can be
one is
giving you.
cow leg
Something
again?
happened.
Hey,
Okay. Okay.
Please,
Martin,
Let
oh,
me give you
I
an
will
not
instance. Let
only
me give
represent
you.
that
cow,
cow
but
leg.
monkey.
See,
Let me give you a nice
see,
instance.
Minister Emeka actually explained everything well. Honestly, he really bare it open. He said, if you're a 10 minutes woman and he's a 1 minute man, help him to come around so that you meet in the
Exactly.
middle.
Yes.
We
Yes.
cannot overemphasize meeting in the middle because we can all come from the same
Yes.
strength and length. But the thing is that some people are not even willing
Yes.
to listen.
Yes.
So where the person is not
Exactly.
willing to make amends, that's where the problem comes in. And that's the
Mm.
only Holy
Mm.
Spirit that can intervene in that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Okay.
sometimes
Let me give
lack
you
of
Edwin,
communication.
sorry,
lack of
Edwin Talk Show.
communication.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming. Welcome,
Some
Edwin.
people
Please smash the like. Go on, please.
some people are shy
Lack
to
of
discuss
communication.
this with
That's
their
true.
partner because they feel
Yes.
that, oh, if I tell this man now that he's not satisfying me, that he's not getting it right, that he feel like,
Yeah, you
oh,
think I'm loose.
where are you learning it from? That kind of thing. Which kind of pen that you keeping this time around, that you are, because when
Mm-hmm.
I married you, you are not doing all
Then
you were enjoying it, you
Mm.
were okay with it. How come now
You
you are
didn't
now
complain.
complaining? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Then you become
you
a
see
bad
that, well,
woman.
that's the issue. It still boils down, that's the issue, that it still boils down to the people we marry. For me, if
Mm.
you marry, I don't know, maybe my own type is different, I don't know. But it still boils down to who you marry. You understand me? It's not even only sex people complain about. There are other things in marriage that you can talk about. That means you won't be able to talk to anything with your partner about it.
But
And
this
for me,
one, this is
if
very sensitive in marriage. This is very sensitive because this one
why?
is the reason why
Why?
a lot of men and women in marriage go out to defy the marriage bed. This is
Sure.
the reason a
Exactly.
lot become choose to
Yeah.
cheat.
No.
This is the
Sister
reason for
Spice. Sister
infidelity.
Spice. No, Sister One Day, I
Yeah.
would disagree with that. Because there are people who have good sex and they still cheat. No, I won't agree that it's only poor sex that make people cheat. I refuse to agree that. For me, no.
Wanting
There are
more,
people who
wanting more is the
even
reason why people cheat. Wanting more because they're looking for something they
mm,
cannot find in their home. Something they can't see in their husbands, something they
man,
can't see in their wives. That is why they go out. Why can't men go out without really having sex with a woman? Like go out, I mean, date a woman normally without having to go to bed with her. Why?
okay, now
They
there is
should
a thing about
equally go
men
out with
when
a
it
woman
comes
without going to bed with a woman.
to men.
You
You
know,
know, men now,
spicy. You know,
men.
they said
No,
that
there's something about men,
opposites
men in
attract.
general.
Okay.
Men,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on.
men laying a woman is part of their ego, except those that become believers and then the Holy Spirit take over their lives. It's the truth. Laying a woman for men is part of an ego thing for them. You understand me? It's part of ego thing for a man. That's why a man can sleep with you even if he doesn't love you. For him, it's just that just for satisfaction. But I think women, we give ourselves for at least some form of emotion will be there, except the people who just turn it to a business. That one said, you know that is nothing. So God give my mommy fast. They can even just bend it to the corner, just remove it. But women, we give ourselves if there is feeling. A woman gives herself to you because she loves you. A man not even it takes you if he wants, not even whether he loves you. So it's part of men's thing. You understand? For you to lose the advantage of this thing, but I didn't really get you say the advantage. So I'm going to tackle you with the disadvantage. Or do you have more advantage to say?
There are a lot more. Chimozoma, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know if you're leaving. Thank you so much. Who is coming in Juba? Sorry, one moment. We'll have one person here from.
I beg.
Yeah, don't worry. Very soon you will need to go and do your assignment. Sorry, just be patient. We'll leave soon. Thank you so much. Juba, I think you're from Jamaica.
Yeah. Good evening to each and everyone. Co-host and everyone. Good evening.
Hello, welcome.
I am here lying down and I'm listening to this program and something run in my mind that led me to come up here. What about if you and the person is dating for a very long time until you married, and you get to find out after you married, you find out that the person cannot do the work as how he's supposed to do the work. What you gonna do? You gonna leave the person? Remember that you say until death do us part. And you get married and you find out that the person cannot satisfy you the way how you would want to satisfy. You gonna leave the person. Remember, you make a commitment. You make a commitment.
Okay, Mother and More and Oyoyo, or whoever can answer Juba, please answer him honestly, because this is a very serious question he's asking here.
I didn't
Queen
hear
Lulu,
you.
welcome.
I didn't hear
Lulu.
you. Know his accent.
I want to say something quickly.
Sorry, Queen Lulu, welcome.
Okay, I remember a lecturer of mine, the story was that they dated from when they were, before they went to university, they continued dating after university. So they actually dated for 10 years. And on the 11th year, they married. After 1 year of being husband and wife, they went to court and they dissolved the marriage. So long courtship did not even work for them. That's why after that incident that happened, I would never advocate for any long courtship. I would tell you, if by 6 to 8 months, by 1 year max, if the man is not telling you what you're doing in a relationship with the person, it's a time for you to ask the question. There is nothing wrong in a woman asking the question, where is this relationship taking us? And if by a year and 6 months, nothing happened, please take a walk. Because there is no guarantee after waiting for that long that it's going to be a successful marriage.
Yes.
And again, they've made commitment, to each other in respect to Juba's question. They've made commitment to each other. They've said, I do. And let's assume, I want to put a practical picture to this thing. The lady is 26, the guy is 30. So the girl at 26 will lock into that marriage for the rest of her life because she made a commitment, knowing that in that commitment, she might end up not being a faithful wife, or she might end up bringing men to the matrimonial bed or whatever to satisfy her young age, you understand, because she did commitment. In that case, what I would advise, if they can't figure it out medically, if they can't figure it out with therapy, with counseling, if it's not going to work, they should find their ways. Because I can't tell a 26-year-old woman to go into that marriage and suffer yourself for the rest of your life because you have agreed to a commitment. I won't do that. That's my personal opinion.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. A mom and more. Let's hear you. Maybe did you get what Juba said? Did you hear his question very well?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't get his question. No, I didn't get his question, ma.
Okay, he's saying, what if you get married to a woman or to your partner, a man, it can also be a man or a woman, and then you get married only for you to discover that you are not compatible, like you can't do the do, but you have already made a promise, the vow is there, and you can't go out to cheat. So what do you do in a situation where you are not,
You can't.
compatible?
Okay, please. I would like to understand what this compatibility thing is like. You understand? What do you mean by compatible? He's
He said
important.
you
Does it that
can't
the thing doesn't
satisfy
come up?
you can't, he said specifically where you can't satisfy the partner. What do you do?
Yeah.
And they tried to find a balance. There was no way. Medical sorting, there is no opportunity in that. You understand me? Now, for me, I'm sorry, at my boss bubbles, I won't it for me. Oh, I can't say for somebody else. I will not advise somebody to leave. If somebody comes to me with that, I would say, why don't you try just gonna me? I won't. I'm just saying what I would say. I won't say walk out because there's no compatibility sex wise. You understand me? I just think maybe if we think sex outside the fact that a penis coming
Go on.
man organ in the woman organ, it's just outside that. There are other way to satisfaction. I think this will not be so much of a problem. Or is it just about those two things entering each other? God help me tonight. Eh?
Okay, Mom Samo,
That
let
thing
me
is the
answer
life
your
wire.
question.
That thing
Mom
is the life
Samo,
wire.
let me throw it open to you, Mom Samo, okay? There is this
Yes,
young
ma.
couple. She got into marriage. They even talked about sex and all of that before getting into marriage. But at the end of the day, she realized that the man can never get her to orgasm. The man can never understand her whatever.
I can hear you, ma. No.
Sorry, guys, my
Patience.
kids
Okay.
just came in, so I had to mute.
Yeah. Sorry, I know you're on vacation. Sorry.
So she realized that the man cannot help her. Do you know what this girl was doing? Because she wanted to stay in the marriage. She resorted to watching porn to get herself where she
No.
wanted to be. No, I'm answering your question. You
That's
said
not healthy.
you will not advise somebody to leave. Then at some point, by the time she was sharing this, I said, have you really sat your husband down to have a conversation? She said she has said it softly because she didn't want to come out boom, you understand? But the guy is not even understanding her. Until one day, she broke down crying, telling her husband, see my phone history, see what I've been doing. I've talked to you in several forms. You never understood me. So what will you tell that young lady?
Allora, adesso non lo so. Okay, right now, I don't know, but
This is
resorting
really
to porn,
tough.
this is dicey. But for me, I'm not always. Anybody should know that. Okay, right now, I'm not one of those people that will say outside anything that is risk to life. I won't say leave marriage. I'm not one of those people. I believe in togetherness. You understand me? Outside risk to life when it comes to violence. I just feel that whatever it is at the end of the day, we'll be able to work it out. Now, that same person that is not understanding in sex will not also be understanding in many areas. Some people are just difficult. You understand me? Now, she's already made the mistake of entering. If it's her decision at the end of the day, she's not happy, she now wants to leave, it's okay. But me, I won't say with my mouth, because your husband not the knack you well, because you know they get satisfaction, come up for your marriage. No, me and my mouth not go talk that one. You understand? But that is why
But
even
you know
if there are
a
people that are not
woman who is
married,
not satisfied. You know a woman who is not satisfied is always angry and unhappy. So what's the essence of staying in a marriage where you're
yes,
unhappy?
Exactly. It can
That's
even lead
that's
to
why I'm saying
depression.
that.
Do you
Yes,
know
that's
what the
what me I
husband
said
told
that
her
this
eventually?
man that
The husband, because
uh
according to her, that was the best man she ever met in her life, in her whole life. But because of this, and the man has no solution to it, it's just that you can't just get her in any way. You understand? The man said, if you feel that you want to leave, you can leave. I'm not gonna hold
he doesn't
anything
love
against
her.
you. You are an exceptional
You see.
woman and all of that. No, he
Mm-mm.
loves her. You're an exceptional woman, but I can't, because of my own, will I say, my own fault, deprive you of real peace. If this is not giving you
What
peace, what we have as marriage, you understand? I'm so sorry I disappointed you, but please, if you want to find happiness somewhere else, you can go.
She
You
should
get
no.
it?
just pack her
Mommy
clothes
Oyoyo,
without folding the
sorry.
clothes and leave the
No.
marriage.
For
Pack the
me,
clothes and
no, for
leave.
me, Mommy Oyoyo, I don't know. For me, that's not it. You understand me? If you love someone and the person is not asking you to do something evil, you understand me? What is there in discussing sex and knowing what works for the two of you?
They
No,
did
for me, it's not
eventually,
just pack your
nothing
things.
worked. They
Okay,
did
let
nothing.
me
She
say,
has exhausted all options.
There,
That
let,
was
there-
before she
sorry,
resorted to watching porn.
there is something Chinwe Uzoma pointed out here for those men who cannot do. She said, learn to suck it very well. So that you help her reach heavens. If you cannot put it there, at least you should be able to lick it or suck it well. Let the woman come. That is wickedness if you cannot put and you cannot suck. I mean,
That's the thing. So,
okay, let
so
me say
when
something.
I heard their story, when you do mediation for
That was
people,
what I was saying.
when you do
Mm.
mediation for people, you hear all manner of things. You understand that causes dissolution of marriages.
Chinwe Uzoma,
You
good
hear all
night. Thank
sorts.
you so much, ma.
Then you now have to come and think and sit down and think, because you have to be an impartial person. You have to be neutral. You're not siding A, you're not
Yeah.
siding B. You're in the middle. And you have to give the best advice. If they've done everything medically, and like the husband said, he came crying that I am sorry, I've disappointed my wife. We've tried all sorts, nothing worked. And medically, there is nothing to the point that he even went to see the doctors. He started buying their medication for men. People should not forget that. He started getting medication. She said, okay, what
Yes.
do I need to do? Then when he now said, if this is causing you great unhappiness in my home, I don't want you to live like this. You're too young to continue this way. I was like, wow. Not every man will own up to their
Mm.
shit and accept the
Yeah.
problem. They will blame the
Yeah.
woman.
Their
But
ego won't let them.
there were no blames here. So the lady was like that, she got confused. She didn't know what else to do because of what the man said. No longer the action that the man is not satisfying. So it's now a personal conscience thing. Am I going to leave this man like this? It's going to destroy him even more than is already. My voicing out has already done. So he's going to be destroyed and never believe in himself, even in a new relationship. So in a nutshell, people go through a lot of things. And I'm not the type that would tell you if you're in an abusive relationship, because we might not look at this as an abuse, right? But it's a relationship that is not working. You're not finding peace. You're not finding happiness. No matter what the partner is doing, you're not getting that peace and happiness that's supposed to be. When you call home, as in the real meaning of home, if you walk into your door, it's like you're shutting down the stress of the world. You're coming to peace and happiness. And if you can't
But
find it in
Mama,
that, it becomes a
Minister
problem.
Mommy
Emeka,
Oyoyo, sorry. Oh.
Minister
So
Emeka,
this man now that even
sorry.
with all the medicine, nothing, he could not use like hand, the head, nothing at all. Ha, wow. So funny.
Hand,
See,
head, leg. He's not using anyone. Minister
no,
Emeka, we need
Ha.
your
yes,
input on this
yes,
as a
yes,
clergyman here. We need your
yes.
input.
I
A
was
man
trying
who
to say
cannot
something.
even do at all.
I beg.
Pack
I was
your
Mommy,
trying
bag
to
I
say
and
don't
leave,
something.
come out
or
to
stay
now.
and
Bye bye.
pray.
I was trying to say
Oh,
something.
thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, ma.
Okay, so I know a couple that the husband is he has high sex libido, but the wife does not. So one round is not enough for the man. 2 rounds is not even enough. At least a good time is 3. He can with 3, then it's okay. So the wife advised the man to get a girlfriend. I'm telling you, real life.
And this brings me to something that happens in Igbo land. Back in the days, in my culture, it still happened. I don't know. I think it's still even happening. Finish up. I will tell you guys that what happens in my place regarding what Minister Emeka just pointed out now.
Okay, so the lady told the man, he said, get a girlfriend so that you will not come and kill me. Let the girl do the extra mile. This is how far I can go, and there's nothing I can do about it. Now, why am I saying it? Back to the question that Juba asked. You people signed, you people made a vow before God for better or for whatever. But at the end of the day, you say till death do you part, and discovering that your spouse cannot perform. From both sides, efforts should be made to resolve this. Efforts should be made. I don't think there's a problem that doesn't have a solution. Efforts should be made to solve this. If it needs medical attention, effort should be made. If it needs spiritual attention, if they got wedded in church, then they could cry. Both of them seeing that it's a problem, because if I have a problem, my wife has the same problem. We're having the same problem together, we're husband and wife. So we can channel it back to God in prayers. That's the bottom line. If he's not satisfied, maybe his penis is very small, and he comes into you in 2 minutes, he's out, and before when that's when you're preparing to start. Well, you cannot say go and do penis enlargement. I know a couple that their marriage scattered because the lady went to do breast enlargement because she said she wanted a bigger breast, and the husband said no. The husband is a Christian, in fact, he's a pastor, and their marriage dissolved just like that. I won't say go do penis enlargement, but I will say they should take it back to God in prayer. Then the lady can decide to fine-tune her mind to accept what is available, not what is desirable. Because if you want to follow the desire, then there's nothing you can do to break up the marriage. What if the next person you go to also have one deficiency in sex? Will you still leave him and go to another person? How many people do you want to marry to satisfy your sex desires?
That's it.
So one person must break down. The final point is going back to God in prayers. He knew why he permitted, whether it's his will or his permissive will, but he permitted the marriage to stand. He cannot say divorce. Bible says from the beginning it was not so. So divorce is not the way out. Both of them agreeing to solve the problem, I think, is a solution. The other lady, as I told you, just saw a fast way to solve a problem. He said, please get a side chick. Let her give you all the rounds. When you come back home, I can give you only one. With that one is okay. So that's just that. That's her own way of solving her problem.
Yeah. You see, this thing you said, Minister Emeka, do you know that in those days, our forefathers have solution for issues like this. Our forefathers, for instance, though some people might say they are selfish, that they were being selfish, but it is what it is back in the days. Nemuzo, I don't know if you know about this. We have Igbo people in the chat, Oyoyo's World. If any of you know about what I'm about to say now, if you know it, just let me know. Back in the days, when a woman cannot really give her husband all the rounds, and she's owing a lot of rounds, from the day they got married, she has become a debtor because she has been owing the man multiple just like he wants. The woman goes out and gets a side chick.
Yes,
if she doesn't want the man to marry the woman, first, either to bring a wife a second wife for the husband. Women actually marry wives for their husbands for this purpose and for the purpose of procreation. To satisfy the husband, and for procreation if she cannot give him more children, or if she can't even give him at all. Then to satisfy the man, if she discovered that her libido is low, or maybe due to childbirth, she can no longer continue with the way the man demands for it, she goes out there and brings home a woman for the husband. It was done in those days. And it was not an abomination, neither was it a sin back then, because she is the one that will go out and say, men can what? People will know the young lady as the husband's side chick. I've forgotten the word they call it in my culture. As people
But
know
Sarah
the
did,
woman, they know who she
Sarah
is.
did the same thing. Sarah did the same thing. It was Sarah that told Abraham to lay with her maid.
Yes. Women do that back in the days, but today, no woman will want to go and help the husband bring a side chick, or even at the mention of second wife, say, walk, or the whole house will explode. So some who don't want co-wife, and they know it's just for satisfaction, they don't want any commitment, they don't want the woman to share from their husband's property or anything, they just go out there and get a young lady that will satisfy their husband. Your own is you come and do. The husband will give the young lady things, and the wife will not complain.
You're right.
It was
You're
done
right.
back in the
So,
days to keep
host,
the marriage intact.
I have a question, host. In that
Okay.
tradition, right? What happens to the
Yeah.
young lady if she becomes of age to get married? So if that one moves out of the chief's mind, another woman will be replaced.
Yeah, there are women who are ready for this. Back in the days, believe me, there are women, and that young lady will still get married. That lady, the man will sing her praise of how she is very good. That will even motivate other men to want to marry her.
So if she gets married, and then she will concentrate on her own home. So would the wife of that man go looking for another lady?
If the man still wants, she will still look for another lady for the man. Yes. It was an open thing.
You know, my husband came from a large family. His father married 10 wives. He was the king for 50 years. And they said he had about 8 concubines, okay, in those days. So there are some traditions that did that. I know women marry wives for their husband when they are unable to have children. That's the one I know in my community. But that was in those days. I don't think anybody is practicing that now. You know, like
I don't know of today.
We've killed our culture by taking Oyibo's culture. So our things are all gone.
No, we prefer cheating. We prefer the backyard door, you know, where a woman is usually, most women are very, very comfortable with their husbands having side chick outside, so long as they don't know the woman, so long as she's not coming in. You understand? So, but back in the days, they know that it is, the woman can actually bring in a sickness, or as an unknown woman can even take away the man. But a known woman knows her place. She knows why she's coming into the home. It is to satisfy the man.
Yeah.
So why they don't drag it. But today, wait until a man passes on. That is when you discover that he has 10 children outside.
Please, first, I will be leaving now.
Yeah. Sorry, I want to drop. So I want to say my final thing. The only thing I will say here is, marriage is a very interesting thing, and it's very, very enjoyable if you find the right partner. And what do I mean the right partner? If God blesses you with a man who can understand you and who you can understand, because it's a two-way traffic. And then again, for some people, the story is different. So whatever situation anybody finds him or herself in, the first counsel you think about is asking God in prayers to help you. And then you can seek help, because I don't just believe in asking God only. You understand? You have to put in your own work. Put in your own work is do research about what your man is going through or what the woman is going through. Google Scholar is there to teach you on articles that have been written about that similar situations. So when you research to know medically how your man or your woman can get help, it will now help you in seeking to go to hospital and finding help, whereby you've tried all you could and nothing is happening. It's left for you to decide on what to do. Nobody should tell you what to do, because you are the one wearing the shoes, you are the one feeling the pains, and you know exactly where it hurts. That will be my final say.
Muted. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, Queen. Thank you. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for your support, your love, and staying here with me every night on this program, because this is meant to help us. This is to help a lot of people who are finding it difficult to discuss topics like this at home, especially when it comes to sex. A lot of couples are shying away from it, and it's breaking their home. So for you who want to keep yourself before marriage, please, by all means, do so. If you want to keep it, preserve it, so that you'll be proud to say, yes, you married as a virgin. Please, by all means, do so. Because it's going to help you too. It's for your esteem, it's for your peace of mind, and it's for your religious belief. So go ahead. Nobody is criticizing that. And it's not even old school, because some people feel virgins are old school. So if you can, please keep yourself, because if you don't do, you are even safe from a lot of things. If you keep yourself, you are keeping yourself from sexually transmitted diseases. You are keeping yourself from unwanted pregnancy. You are keeping yourself from heartbreak. You are keeping yourself from a lot. So, but for those who feel they cannot because of one reason or the other, because they need to sample it, they need to be sure that this car that they have just purchased can fire. They want to check how many miles. They want to check the durability. They want to check how strong and the size of it, because not everyone can manage small cucumber. Not every woman can manage something very small. You'll be looking for it. Not everyone. For those who enjoy big one, you know what I'm talking about. There is joy in it. So if you don't check it, if you don't want to test, at least even check it. It's very important. To avoid stories of I don't know or had I know. Yeah? To avoid had I know, it's very important to check it, because had I know will always come at last. So please, if you don't want to do, make sure you check it. Go for medical checkup. Go to the hospital. Run all the necessary tests needed. Do everything and then speak. Communication. Look, we cannot overemphasize the role of communication in sexual matters in marriage. This is something people are shying away from, and it is the major problem. If you cannot open your mouth to say something, you are already creating a problem, because a closed mouth is a closed destiny. You must learn to speak out. You must learn to say it. You must learn to communicate how you feel with somebody you intend to marry. If you don't communicate it and you get in there, sometimes it's difficult to get out of it. It is easier to get in most cases than to get out. If you go and see how much people spend for divorce cases, you will know that what we are saying is a serious issue. People spend so much, especially in Western world. Divorce drains them, and it leaves you emotionally broken down. Like psychologically, it affects you mentally, emotionally, religiously even. Divorce costs so much. It will take so much from you. So communicate this thing and be sure it is what you want. If you know you don't want to do, be ready to also face it when you bring home something you can't enjoy. If you go home and you open the package and you discover that it is biro, manage the biro. It is still there to do your part. If you discover that the biro cannot even stand more than 2 minutes, please manage it or help him look for solution. Here I will be bringing out solutions to some of these things and Kama Sutra styles that will help little cucumbers. For those who are not well endowed, those who are not blessed, and then you didn't test it, you didn't check it, you didn't open the package before you went in. I'll be bringing out topics that will, ways on how to help yourself with big and small. Okay? And then apart from that, some women who didn't do, and they got in and discovered that the cassava is too big for their pekus. That is another big problem. Because once the man touches you, like the story I told you guys a day before yesterday, one of my aunts, the moment the husband touches her, she will fall sick for 3 days. That is one problem with not having it. But if you get in there and you discover that this is the case, then you just have to manage it. But we'll be helping you people with little styles that will help you so that your pekus will not scatter. Because some men, they are heartless. And cover the thing here, they will not remember that you are somebody's daughter. When they start to dig, they will not remember that somebody gave birth to you. They want to scatter it. Whereas some ladies can take big one, and I say, scatter it. What about those who cannot take it and they didn't do before they got married? That's a big problem. So we must ask ourselves, what do we really want? Can you cope? Can you manage? Is this something you want? Are you ready to carry this cross? Oh, Banu, are you ready to carry this cross of whatever comes out of it? You take it. If you are not ready, I'm not asking you to go and do. Look at my armpit. There is no hair there. I'm not asking you to go and do. Before you say spice it up, say go and do. I'm only here to help you make an informed decision. Look at the advantages. Look at the disadvantages. Before you go and carry womb shifter like decency said, look at the advantages. Look at the disadvantages, and then ask yourself, what do I want? It is not left for you and your conscience. Left for you and your policies. Left for you and your decision. Left for you and whatever you choose, because it is you that will get married, not me. It is you that will get into the marriage. We are not going to be there when you are shouting in the middle of the night, oh, he wants to kill me. We are not there. So you check the size and see if it's too big for you. If it's too big for you, tell him, bros, this is too big for me. I cannot manage it. You pick up your shoe and you take off. You run away. And if it's too small, we are here to also help you with how you will enjoy it. Because you have entered. There is nothing you can do about it. There is no two ways about it, except you are ready to go through the route of divorce. So we are just here to give you our different opinion. Make your decision. If you are a born-again Christian, yes, miracles still happen. Even in the bedroom, miracle can still take place. All you need to do is to raise your voice to God and pray to him that you didn't do. You decided to follow the law. You decided to keep the commandment or obey his word. And you kept yourself. So this is the result. This is the package you saw from the gift they brought to you. Lord, help me enlarge it. Or Lord, help me so that I can accommodate it. Or this again. So with that, I leave you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate every one of you, your love, and my amazing super chatter. Oh, I'm looking for your name here. I've even forgotten it. I think it's Stella. Nemuzo, if you are still here, please let me know the name of this woman that blessed my life tonight. Please, I need to give her a special thanks. Please, thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. Decency, Oyoyo's Word Thunder, Scorpion, Collins, Chinwe Uzo, Mom Essie's Kitchen, Doris Clem, Decency World, Essie's Kitchen. Every one of you, like I have amazing people here. God, you all showed me massive love and support. God bless you all. And please, as you are going, enter the other room. Enter the other room. Go and help yourself. Like, well, go and do your job. Go and do what you have been blessed to do. Go and do it. Go and represent us and make us proud. May your home be sweet. May your marriage be sweet. May you not end up with someone that will make your life miserable or sad. Be happy always, and God will bless our homes. May God grant us our heart desires as we go to bed tonight. May God answer all our prayers. Yeah, Lotam, okay. Stella Lotam, thank you so much. Yes, may God bless you all and grant all our heart desires for this amazing support, you all. Thank you so much. If I don't call your name, Juba, Minister Emeka, oh, Mom Essie, yes, I'm missing Nemuzo. All of you, like I have a lot here. Thank you so much. So good night and have a blessed night. A blessed night. Stella Lotam, Chuku Gozie Gwanyo, Maoga Derege, Ebo Winisi Gopti Han with your mom no. Chuku no, God will multiply it. Dalorine. Good night, guys, and enjoy your evening. Enjoy your night. You know what I mean? When I say enjoy your night, enjoy your night, enjoy your night. Thank you, guys. Let's do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time here. Interesting, juicy topics. Tomorrow. Woo!
In the money, in the night, in the tower, the club. I need to love. I need to love.
Bye. I love you all. Good night. Have a wonderful night. A wonderful evening. Oh, yeah. Let's speed up. I want to see your face. I want to see your face. Bye, everyone. I want to see your face. I know people, I want to see your face. Memos up. I want to see you. See you. I want to see you. See you. It's like another day. I want to see you early in the morning. Go, Charlie. You know it's only you that I want. It's like another day. I want to see you early in the morning. Go, Charlie. You know it's only you that I want. Love you, Mom AC. God bless you. Good night. Sweet dreams, everyone. Bye.